Grace and peace, family. Grace and peace. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Ma'at hotep. Free the land, beloved. Come on in, come on in, come on in. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm a very proud contributor right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, the network for melanated women just like you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our show today. We are so pleased to be broadcasting the Vicki Show on this amazing network here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, the network for melanated women. And we know our brothers are holding us down too, just like you. Thank you so much for joining us today. A little bit of housekeeping before we get into this most interesting subject on this holy day. Somebody say holy. Somebody say this holy day in a holy season. We do know that it is Juneteenth. 19 is a very powerful number. It's the code of God when you really do your research on it, the revelation, the message of God. And so it is no wonder it's what it is during this season in terms of June 19th. I don't think that's by accident. But anyway, Black family, as you come in, a little bit of housekeeping. As you come in, please come in giving us a thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. We want you to know that you can text the word Queens to 31996 so that you're able to receive phone notifications when we go live from time to time. We also want you to know that we have a store. The store is shopfnq.com. That's shopfnq.com. Thank you so very much. Let's get ready to get straight into our topic today. We thank you so much for your patience. We thank you for liking and sharing. It does appear that the notifications have not gone out, but that's okay. We believe the right people at the right time will hear this broadcast and join us and view it when it's appropriate time for them. Anyway, Black family, also I want to say shout out to our other family that's watching us on other platforms as well. Please make sure that you like and that you share there as well. Black family, we know that Juneteenth is considered to be a sacred holiday for our people. It is because we know that some of our Black family in Texas were not made aware of the Emancipation Proclamation being signed until 2+ years later. And so they were not told that for obvious reasons. They were not told that the Emancipation was signed, and so they were still working as chattel slaves. Shout out to my Paris family as well, International Ames on my Instagram page. Thank you all for tuning in. We're so pleased that you've joined us. Instagram, I want you to get ready to come on over to FlyNubianQueenTV.com here in just a moment because I'm going to need to use this device. I also want you to know, Black family, that you can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Now let's talk, family. So I don't want the Black family to get it twisted about the Emancipation Proclamation anyway. You do understand that the Emancipation Proclamation was a trick. You do understand that the Emancipation Proclamation did not have to do with real, true freedom for Black people. You do understand that Lincoln signed it for political expediency. You do understand that Lincoln is on record as saying that if he could have signed and kept the Union intact without freeing us, he would have done that. You all do know that, right? One resource for you is Forced into Glory. I've mentioned that many times throughout my time here on Fly Nubian Queen. It's important that you understand that reality. And when you actually look at parts of the Emancipation Proclamation, you will understand that it was tricknology in the first place. But nevertheless, that superficial piece of paper that made one think that they were free without giving us resources and then making mischief with the law to entrap us in other ways later on, like with Jim Crow, like sharecropping, like with the benign neglect policies, not now like with the new Jim Crow and the prison industrial complex and too many other atrocities. Somebody talk black to me. I mentioned Juneteenth as a gesture to the black family. I mentioned Juneteenth to acknowledge the ancestors. I mentioned Juneteenth in order to highlight the extreme deceit and wickedness, the nature of those who oppress us. But I want you to understand something, family. I have to start my show like I've done so many times. We are at war. America has not made good on her promise of freedom for black people. She acknowledges this by constantly saying stuff like, well, we've made some progress, but we've got a long way to go. How many of you all heard them say stuff like that before? How many of you all here right now, pundits, politicians, say, we've made some progress, but we've got a long way to go? How many of you all been hearing a lot of the pundits and everybody talking about, well, what can we do to reconcile? How many of you all been hearing stuff like that lately? What can we do to reconcile? In fact, former President Barack Obama put out a tweet today, which I responded to. Who knows if you'll read it or not? But I know some of you saw it. And by the way, you can follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicky, my last name first. And I said to the former president in this tweet, because he was saying something about, Juneteenth, and he was talking about how we still got a long way to go, in other words, and we're not everything that we're supposed to be. That whole spiel about we've made some progress, but everything's not perfect. And I often hear him, Barack Obama that is, I often hear him talk about how America has never really made progress without constant and sustained pressure, without us having to constantly fight. And you know what I said to him? I want to read to you exactly what I said to him in this tweet. So Instagram, come on over to flynubianqueentv.com so that I can use this device, okay? Thank you so much. flynubianqueentv.com. We're getting ready to talk about Molly McMuffin and what that has to do with white supremacy and what that has to do with the season of holy uprising. We got to talk about these white outbursts. So y'all come on over, meet me at flynubianqueentv.com. Thank you so much. Again, family, you can follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard. Now let me get ready to tell this story as I post this very briefly. And family, as I'm posting this, I thank you so much for coming in, giving us the thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. Again, don't forget that you can text the word Queens to 31996 so that you're able to receive phone notifications when we go live from time to time. Thank you so very much, beloved. All right. Now I want to let you listen to what took place at a McDonald's in Georgia the other day. Now, I know you and I both have been hearing just the most outlandish and the most ridiculous stories about all kinds of white women engaging in acts of terrorism against black people. Y'all better talk black to me. I know the womb that develops and that births a lot of these race soldiers that we're fighting today, it's thanks to the Beckys and the Karens of the world. But these women, in their own way, are behaving like terrorists. How many of you all remember the show I did the other day on this black bird watcher in a park in New York? And this white lady was out there with her dog, not on the leash. The signs were posted. It was a policy that she was supposed to leash her dog. She didn't. And when the gentleman asked her to leash her dog, she literally got on the phone with the police, screamed, pretend, cried, did an Oscar-nominated show on the spot at the park, and screamed and cried and screamed, talking about he was threatening her and her dog because the man asked her to leash her dog. How many of you all know that that's an act of terrorism? To all of you that are giving, I'm sorry, I've been missing several people that have been giving. I bless your gifts 1,000-fold. How many of you all have seen all of these different kinds? How many of you all saw that clip the other day of this white lady who refused to let this black lady out of the parking lot? And the way she stopped the black woman was by using her baby stroller. She parked the baby stroller behind this black lady's vehicle so that the black lady couldn't get out. How many of you all know that it's them that's been calling the police when black folk doze off? Like in the college situation when they called the police on the black lady who dozed off at a college that she attended. How many of you all know that was them that was calling the police when black folk were moving into a property? What is it called? Those properties where you're renting temporarily. Black family, where my intelligent black people? What, y'all remind me, I'm drawing a blank. Somebody hurry up and put that in the chat for me. What are the name of those places where you rent those homes and properties that you rent temporarily instead of like getting a hotel? Airbnb, thank you. And so it was something like that they were doing. And so the white women ended up calling the cops on the sisters because they claimed that they weren't friendly enough. They didn't speak back to them or something like that. So they called the police. How many of you all remember that? How many of you all remember the white lady who was at a store and it was probably her fault, I know, but this little young black boy, little child with a book bag on, I think accidentally bumped her or something, and she lied and called the police like he was trying to sexually harass her. A literal child with a book bag on. How many of you all know that was them that was calling on black folk when they were in a park having a barbecue? Somebody talk black to me. Shout out for your gift, Dee and Silent D Production. Those others, forgive me for the other ones that have come through. I bless your gifts 1,000-fold. You all say that you remember. It's too many to keep up with. These are acts of terrorism, family. That white girl the other day who called on that black bird watcher in New York. Some of them have lost their jobs. You find out some of them are actually in pretty high-powered positions, influential positions, doing these kinds of things. What you found when the guy recorded her was that she was very clear and she was very aware of exactly what she was doing. And because before she called the police, remember what she said? I'm going to tell them that an African-American man is threatening me. She knew very clearly the language to use and what the implications would be. These women are the ones that are activating these different systems of white supremacy in the first place, like they have done historically. Somebody say historically. We think about Emmett Till, and we know that that was a lie. He wasn't even trying to holler at that funny looking thing. That was a lie. And let's say that he did. White folks use that as justification to murder and torture him. It's the same reason some of our black towns went up in smoke and numerous folks were lynched and died, because Becky lied about her hope and wish that a black man would touch her. Becky was projecting. She was wanting the black man to feel on her little booty, or whatever that thing that's behind your neck, Scott. Behind that part. Come on, somebody tell black to me. It's allegedly a booty. But anyway, somebody talk black to me. Well, it hasn't stopped, family. And I'm bringing these things up to let you know how problematic they are. Watch this. How deadly they are. And how, watch this, intentional they are. How dangerous they are. Here's one of the latest outbursts that was recorded. Notice I said one of the latest outbursts that was recorded. Now, while I cue this, because I want you to watch and listen. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So, family, bear with me as I prepare to cue this for you. This is important. Again, be sure to go to my Instagram page at Vicky X Dillard, and as well as my Twitter page. It's on my Facebook page too at Vicky Dillard, Twitter at Dillard Vicky, where I do a post. I did a post about this Juneteenth day. While I'm thinking about that, I don't want to forget. How many of you all have seen so many of these pictures where some of these white officers bowed the knee during the protest? How many of you all remember seeing a lot of those pictures go around? How many of you all have seen that there have been news articles that came up that showed that some of the police officers have apologized for bending the knee, and some of them regret bending the knee? Have y'all heard that? One of the officers said it was a terrible mistake, that they should have never bent the knee as police officers. These photos have been going. I'm getting ready to show you the video of this Molly here in just a moment. How many of y'all been seeing that? These? Yes, y'all said yes. Here's another one. Here's another one. There have been a couple of them that have come out to express regret for bowing down. Watch this. How many of you all know? How many of you all remember seeing this image? Keep it in mind, we are still in a holy season. And it's not going to end, baby, because this is a new world we're building all together based on freedom, justice, and equality. And so, you know, I discussed this yesterday too about a lot of these monuments are coming down, right? Watch this. How many of you all know that this is one of the monuments that people are not trying to keep up? While we're talking about Juneteenth, shout out to you, Regina, for your gift. How many of you all see this pathetic and disgusting image of Abraham Lincoln patting the head of this black man like he is a monkey or a dog or a squirrel or something? How many of y'all see that? These are the images that America erects because she's projecting certain thoughts. This is how she always wants us to see ourselves. But I assure you, baby, we're dealing with the war of the gods today. You all know when I use that word gods, we're talking about what, class? One with force and power. All of this has to come down, baby. This image right here is what's getting ready to be the norm. Well, what do you mean, Vicky? As I get ready to show you this video in a minute. That image, these images right here, where a lot of these officers expressed regret, some of them did. Let me tell you something. You know what I posted earlier today? I posted on Instagram that it was prophesied that they would do that. Y'all talk black to me. I know the notifications didn't go out, family, but that's okay. Thank you so much for giving us the thumbs up, liking, and sharing so that we can do our best to draw other folk into the broadcast and let them know that the Vicky Show is on today. I'll do my best not to be before you long, but I will be strong. It's been several days now back to back that this particular platform on FlyDivingQueenTV.com didn't send out the notifications, but you all know that we're here today. So thank you so much for joining us. On the count of three, for those of you that have it, on the count of three, for those of you that haven't, please hit that notification bell. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up and hit the notification bell, would you? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And shout out to my sister, Nancy King, that's in the building. Nancy sent me this beautiful hair bow in my hair. And she sent me some other little wonderful gifts as well, and a gift card. So thank you so much. Shout out to you, Herbert, for your gift. So I just want you all to let you all know that I got a little cadre of sisters that takes care of me. You hear me? She sent me some fan mail. And I'm telling you, just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sister. And I see you in the chat, Nancy, and I want to thank you so much for my beautiful gifts. And I'm wearing this for you, Queen. Thank you so much. But I posted on Instagram, Vicky X Dillard, the prophecy that goes along with them bowing down. Y'all play too much. It says it not only in Romans chapter 14, but also in Philippians 2. What does it say? Every knee will bow. Y'all play too much. Every knee will bow. And every tongue confess. Let me get on to this video. I'll get that later. Because we're learning who the real devil is, aren't we? And who the real God is. Y'all play too much. Every knee will bow. Every tongue will confess. Y'all play too much. Who the real God is. Like it or lump it. There's other scriptures. I believe even Isaiah says where he's going to cause those that hated you to fall down what? At your feet. Like it or lump it. Who is the real God? Thank you for your gift, CH464. Sister Vicky, you look absolutely stunning this evening. May the Most High keep you safe. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your kind words, and I bless your gift 1,000-fold, family. Let's get ready to watch this. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready, Black family? Let me share this video with you right now. Y'all play too much. You don't know how great you are, Black family. Your open enemy does. That's the reason why they're doing everything in their power to take you out. I said it's prophesied. Every knee will bow. Y'all don't know when the scriptures are manifesting right before your eyes. Every knee will bow. Whether they want to or not. This scared them. This scared them. Every knee go, y'all play too much. It's written. It's written. Somebody, I was watching a clip of another member of the Black media, and some time ago, I guess a few days ago, must have been when he aired that particular one. And I saw a picture that was put up, and unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing. But he put up a picture, and I wish I had it in front of me. right now. He put up a picture. Oh, here's one. How many of you all remember? Wait a minute. I thought I had it. Hold on. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. How many of you all remember hearing about Idi Amin, our beautiful former president, the former president of Uganda, and how the white world demonized him and said all manner of evil against him, right? Shout out to you, Royal Dixon, for your gift. And I remember a black missionary years and years and years ago that I was supporting, and she was talking about some of the work that she was doing around the world, and specifically in Uganda. And she was talking about what was happening during that time, and she would talk about how Idi Amin was a dictator, and she was talking about a lot of the political unrest that was taking place under his particular rule. Some of it, I think it was maybe direct information that maybe she felt that she had, or some things that folks that was close to her, information that they were feeding her. But we do know a lot of times, a lot of these narratives are shaped by our slave masters and by some of the world's colonizers. Somebody talk black to me. Well, guess what? Guess what? Thank you, Corey. And so Idi Amin, watch this. Here's a picture of him. And I remember seeing that movie, The Last King of Scotland. It's been some years ago, so I don't even remember all the details about it. But you know, they really made us hate this brother, right? Louise said he was an unapologetic African leader. Yes, they always like to characterize the unapologetic African leaders. But you know what? He posted a picture. Watch this. And again, I'm sorry, family. I don't pretend. I'm not going to speak on the whole video, but I'm telling you the photo I saw. And family, look at this photo. And I thought this was so powerful. I was about screaming when I saw that. Watch this. Look at this picture of Idi Amin. He would make these white officials that came in his presence do that. Y'all see all of them bowing down? Y'all play too much. Do you all see that when these white officials came in his presence, this is what he made them do? Y'all better talk black to me. Somebody say it's written. Somebody say it's written. Every knee will bow. Y'all play too much. Every tongue confess. I done told you too many times that we're the direct descendants of God. We're the mothers and fathers of civilization. Somebody talk black to me. Do you think you're going to bow down to a God you can't see? It's written. You are cooperating with the word that was spoken in advance. The purpose of a word being spoken in advance is so that the word will go out, which is energy. I don't have time to break down what string theory is. That's too much metaphysics for you today. And how everything comes from a sound. Everything is made up from sound. Even that's written. In the beginning was the word, right? That's John chapter 1. That's in the New Testament, the first part of that. And then what in the first chapter of what? The Old Testament or the New Covenant, some of you call it in Genesis or the book of Genes. It says what? And God said, and God said, and God said. You all don't understand that that word advances. It goes out to shape the future to come. And it's written that every knee will bow. Every tongue confess. He may show, they may say now, I regret bowing down, baby. Somebody talk black to me. I don't know all about that other stuff with Idi Amin. I just know that I like this. Somebody talk black to me. I just know this makes sense in the world to me. I just know I feel peace. I feel the wind. I feel the breeze of the wind. Somebody talk black to me. I smell roses. I hear birds chirping. when I see that, y'all play too much. Somebody told black to me. Vicky, get on to this girl in the McDonald's line. Y'all ready for this? Here we go. Y'all watch this. Watch this. This lady that you're about to hear from now, her name in real life is Stacy. Her name in real life, I believe, is Stacy Talbert. Let me get to pull up the article real quick. This is Stacy. Stacy Talbert. We're calling her Molly. She also goes by Molly, Karen. What's the other names? Molly, Karen, Becky, Sally. But her name technically is Stacy Talbert. And she's a police officer in Georgia. Karen, that's right. Watch this. Watch what she did the other day in the line at McDonald's. I'm going to play you 2 different clips, family, because it's just a lot. And I'm just trying to get you to it. 1,000 of you in the chat. Welcome to the Vicky Show. Family, just as I do this now, I want you to keep giving us a thumbs up as I'm cueing this.
The McDonald's at Love's in the Ford Ave.
Keep liking and sharing while I get the sound right. I missed whoever gave that gift. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Looks like somebody said that his word won't return void. I know that's right. That is Isaiah 55. He said he sends his word out like what? Like the rain or like a seed, right? And it's going to come back to him. It's going to produce. I know that's right. Here we go.
And I decided to come to the McDonald's at Love's on the 4th Avenue exit. And
Okay. Hold on. Let me get I don't know what happened to the... Okay, here we go.
Don't pay for my stuff.
Why does this... Let me make sure this is plugged up here because it keeps going off
I'm on my way home from work. When I pull up to the window...
All right.
They hand me my receipt. So
I decided to come to the McDonald's at Love's on the 4th Avenue exit. And I waited in line to get my food. I'd already done my mobile order so that, people don't pay for my stuff because I just always like to pay for it myself. But I'm on my way home from work. When I pull up to the window, they hand me my receipt, so I go to the second window to get my food, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. And so the girl comes to the window and asks me what my order was. I repeat my order and my coffee order, and they ask me to pull up because my food's not ready. It's an English muffin meal with a hash brown and coffee. And I hadn't eaten since probably.
So what's that steak, family? 3 things: coffee, hash browns, McMuffin. I just don't want you to miss this as I play the next little few seconds. What's at stake right now? In a time where black folks are being openly lynched and murdered, literally found on trees. Literally watching race soldiers take the life out of somebody. This is the issue today from the police. It's what, family? Coffee, hash browns, and a McMuffin.
I've been up for a very long time, but I haven't eaten in a while, so I was kind of hungry. And I'm still waiting. And I'm still waiting. And they asked me to pull up. So I pull up forward, and a girl comes out with my coffee and just the coffee. And she hands it to me and I have my window down. And that's all she hands me is the coffee. So I told her, I said, don't bother with the food because right now I'm too nervous to take it. It doesn't matter how many hours I've been up. It doesn't matter what I've done for anyone. Right now I'm too nervous to take a meal from McDonald's because I can't see it being made. McDonald's. Because I can't see it being made.
Why, Stacy?
anyone, right? It doesn't matter how many hours I've been up. It doesn't matter what I've done.
It doesn't matter.
For anyone.
It doesn't matter.
Right now, I'm too nervous to take a meal from McDonald's because I can't see it being made.
Because I can't see it being made.
I don't know what's going on with people nowadays, but please, just give us a break. Please, just give us a break. I don't know how much more I can take. I've been in this for 15 years, and I've never, ever had such anxiety about waiting for McDonald's drive-thru food. So just have a heart, and if you see an officer, just tell them thank you. Because I don't hear thank you enough anymore. All I want is just my...
I mean, I'm just so... It's a lot, family. It's a lot. 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 I mean, what do you, in the face of murder, what do you say? In the face of Black folks dying? I mean, what do I say to that? I mean, like, what does one do? Well, the first thing we do is we snatch that gun away from you. Somebody talk Black to me. The first thing we do, if you're anywhere within the vicinity of this thing, is you back real slow. Don't make any sudden moves. If you happen to be in the presence of Stacy Talbert or someone of her ilk, the first thing you do is you don't move too fast like this family. Like, girl, don't do that. Just be like this. To your eyes like this and nod real slow. And then do like this. Wow. 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 Okay. 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 Then you move slowly, slowly, slowly. You take small steps back, real slow, real slow. And then you call the police. You go call the police. The first thing we need to do is to get that gun out of your hand. Even before therapy, we need to first get the gun out your hands. We need to, we got to extract this gun. I don't even know what my name is right now. All I know is the gun needs to get out. We need to remove that from you. The next thing is some kind of way the badge has got to go. Because you're doing this in the name of the law. Somebody talk Black to me. So that's the first thing we're going to do. After we do that, then we're going to get you some help. Then we're going to make sure that the only place that you get to work is another drive-through. Somebody talk Black to me, baby. You're not going to be going through no drive-throughs anymore in a police vehicle. You will be working the drive-through. That's about what you can handle. That's about your level. Something happens mentally to you, okay, fine. You might give me a Big Mac instead of a cheeseburger. You know, I can take that. But that's about the next thing that's about to happen. It's a whole new career for you in fast food. Somebody talk Black to me. The manifestation that you just saw there, Black family, is what's known as white fragility. I'm not just making this up. White folks attest to this. It's an actual book that's called this. Watch this. White fragility root word fragility is of the word fragility is what? Fragile. That has to do with insecurity. The danger of these kinds of police officers. You don't get to make a video about this and she not get in trouble. I'm going to tell you what she said since then, though. These are the minds, these scared to death minds are the same minds that's murdering you for nothing. These minds that's scared to go through a drive-through that she says she'd been to 100 times. Because the girl was about 30 seconds slow in giving her this McMuffin and these hash browns and stuff. The hash browns is probably, not the people was working on them hash browns, but you just freaked out. And the people probably just didn't put the food close enough to the coffee. They just was like, well, that was probably just a coffee. And your mental illness told the girl to just keep the food. Because you thought that they was finna poison you. Now, let me help some of you would-be coons. Some of you right now who's feeling sympathetic for this mess, stand down. I'm going to put you in coon rehab. Stand down. In the first place, this is what I want you to know, Black family. When the Mollys and the Stacys and the Beckys and the Karens do stuff like this, it is not your job to make them feel better. It is not your job to say, honey, nobody is trying to kill you. Why are you saying that, Vicky? Because people that do that, you are the equivalent of Abilene. I don't believe in Abilene. From the help. I do not believe in Abilene. Why don't I believe in Abilene? Black family, those of you who are my day ones, those of you that watch the Vicky Show on a regular basis, I'm going to wait for you to tell me why I don't have no love for Abilene. You trying to make white people feel comfortable and good. You telling them why Black folks aren't threatening. You running around telling them, why we just the same. We'll never hurt you. You run around telling them how you're not threatening and how you won't defend yourself and your hands is up. Why don't I care about that? Thank you, Wendy. You is kind. You is smart. You is imposing. That's what you all are doing. See, this is what you don't understand. Those of you that are out there saying to white folks, look, we love y'all. None of us are going to try to hurt you after you chop off our phalluses and burn us at the stake and steal our homes and refuse to give us reparations and just keep enjoying all of our money. Shout out to you, LaShawn. That's right, LaShawn. Shalina, thank you for your gift. She said, get that gavel, Queen. Eggy Emily. That's for you, beloved. I bless your gifts, all of your gifts, 1,000-fold. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up. Please like and please share, family. Don't forget, we have a store at shopfnq.com. And don't forget our school, our business school at flynubianbusiness.com. You Negroes that's all on social media, and you funny looking Negroes that's out there protesting, that's hugging the cops, making food for the cops, patting cops on the back, telling them what a wonderful job they're doing. You are Abilene. You doing that kind of madness. Is you telling them you is kind, you is small, you is important. Them showing these propaganda videos like the one I saw the other day of some little white kid running into the arms of some little Black kid. I was snatched by lunch. Wait, you don't get over it. Shoot. Somebody talk Black to me. So important. So very important. So very important. Are y'all hearing me today? Now watch this. Listen to it again for yourself.
To come to the McDonald's at Love's on the 4th Avenue exit. And I waited in line to get my food. I'd already done my mobile order so that, you know, people don't pay for my stuff, because I just always like to pay for it myself. But I'm on my way home from work. When I pull up to the window, they hand me my receipt. So I go to the second window to get my food. And I'm waiting. And I'm waiting. And I'm waiting. And so the girl comes to the window and asks me what my order was. I repeat my order and my coffee order. And they asked me to pull up because my food's not ready. It's an English muffin meal with a hash brown and coffee. And I mean, I hadn't eaten since probably I've been up for a very long time, but I haven't eaten in a while, so I was kind of hungry. And I'm still waiting, and I'm still waiting. And they asked me to pull up. So I pull up forward, and a girl comes out with my coffee, and just the coffee. And she hands it to me, and I have my window down.
Pay attention when the voice starts to shake. Pay attention when the voice starts to shake. This McMuffin and hash brown conversation is deep, family, because it shows how deeply entrenched white supremacy really is. A McMuffin can't escape it. God, today. A McMuffin, hash browns, coffee doesn't escape white supremacy. This is the reason why some of us don't even want to be around y'all no more like that. This is the reason why a lot of Black folks are building our own world, our own community. We are not even interested or excited about, hopeful in any of those policies, the legislation that Congress is talking about. We're excited now to get away from you. Hash browns can't even make it out the gate. Hash browns. Hash browns. McMuffins. Is subject to white supremacy. And the fact that this lady, the depth of white privilege and white fragility is so out of control that she knew she would have some white sympathizers, because the people took a while to get her the McMuffins and the hash brown. The McMuffins and the hash browns. She poured her heart out about how troubled she was over the slowness. I'm going somewhere with this. Y'all go with me. Over the slowness of the McMuffin. Why y'all laughing at me? All I'm seeing is laughing emojis. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. This is not a small thing, Black family. This is a sign that we need to get out. Hashtag get out. Why? The minds of the McMuffin. The mind of the hash brown. Of the minds that have guns. Y'all play too much. They're the people that can pull you over for nothing. They're the people, Sandra Bland, that will harass you. And then you come up dead after being in the county jail, even though you knew your family was working to pay that little small bail that you had no business having to be there in the first place, because it's white supremacists that was abusing our sister. These are the people that have those guns and they can write those citations. Those people have handcuffs and patrol cars. The minds of the McMuffins go up and down the halls of Congress and they make anti-Black laws. Shout out to you, Student Nation, for your gift. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Student Nation said, thank you for looking so beautiful, Vicky. I was feeling so sad, but then I saw you. Oh, thank you for your kind words. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Thumbs up, thumbs up. 1,400 plus of you in the chat. Thank you for showing up, Black family. We do apologize again. This has been back-to-back-to-back days several days that this platform on Fly Nubian Queen TV hasn't given the notifications, but that's okay, family. We're going to make sure we just trust that the right people at the right time will hear this. By the way, if you're watching me on one of our other platforms where my show is broadcast and rebroadcast and syndicated, welcome to the Vicky Show right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, the network for melanated women like you. Wherever you're watching me on right now, please like, please share, and make sure that you engage and that you comment. Thank you so very much. Please, again, don't forget that we have a store at shopfnq.com. Check it out. Listen, these minds of the McMuffins, they're the ones that claim to be your doctors and nurses, some of them. Your police officers that kick you after they've shot and murdered you. These are the same officers that after they do that, they lie on their reports about your murder. And then you find out some 17-year-old girl, some child, recorded the murder of our Black brother that contradicted all the lies that the police officer said in the report. That's the danger of the mind of the McMuffin. The minds of the McMuffin is Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a credibly alleged rapist. Donald Trump is a certified bona fide racist as well. Donald Trump is a business hack. He stiffs numerous people. He's filed bankruptcy numerous times, not because it's a thing that the average person often finds himself having to do. It's an actual strategy that he regularly employs so that he doesn't have to take care of the contracts that he's in. Donald Trump is a self-admitted sexual assaulter. But yet white women all over the world and white men keep bowing down to him and calling him Mr. President and sucking up to him. Donald Trump, who can hardly read or walk or drink water, has the codes, has the nuclear codes. That's the danger of these people that rule over us. These people that have power over us are the McMuffins. It sounds funny on one hand, but it's the very reason we need to get the heck away from them. Donald Trump has the military at his disposal. And when he has the military at his disposal, before he tear gassed white people that was protesting for photo ops, some of them, Donald Trump had already made it clear he was militarizing the police a long time ago in your Black neighborhoods. I did shows giving you the insight on your Attorney General Barr threatening Black communities, saying that we're not going to receive protection because we're not bowing down and respecting the police like by giving them applause like some of the military folk get when they're in the airports. How many of y'all remember AG Barr making that statement? When we give those kinds of fragile and unstable affected minds all of this power and access, they do great damage. Thumbs up, family. Be sure to like, be sure to share.
And that's all she ends with. Coffee.
Now watch the acting that happens. How many times have I taught you how white women weaponizes their tears, right? Is that right? I'm going to remind you, give you another example of another white woman that weaponized her tears and how she was able to get over. The tears are not something you ignore. It's a weapon.
The girl comes to the window and asks me what my
Listen very closely when her voice starts to shake. Shout out to you, sis, for your gift.
order was. I repeat my order and my coffee order, and they asked me to pull up because my food's not ready. It's an English muffin meal with a hash brown and coffee. And I mean, I hadn't eaten since I've been up for a very long time, but I haven't eaten.
Now listen to what she said. She said they asked her to pull up. Why did they ask her to pull up, y'all? They said because her meal wasn't ready yet. How many times have y'all gone through somebody's drive-through and your food wasn't ready yet? So that the traffic is not backed up and so that they can fulfill the other orders that might be ready. What do they ask you to do? How many of you all know it's not unusual for somebody to ask you to pull up so they can get your order ready, right?
In a while, so I was kind of hungry. And I'm still waiting. And I'm still waiting. And they asked me to pull up. So I pull it forward and a girl comes out with my coffee and just the coffee. And she hands it to me and I have my window down.
Notice the voice shaking.
And that's all she hands me is the coffee. So I told her, I said, don't bother with the food because right now I'm too nervous to take it. It doesn't matter how many hours I've been up. It doesn't matter what I've done for anyone. Right now, I'm too nervous to take a meal from McDonald's because I can't see it being made.
Because she can't see it being made. She thinks she's being poisoned. Don't forget that. Becky thinks that we're going to weaponize our food. Give me a minute to go there. Listen.
So I told her, I said, don't bother with the food because right now I'm too nervous to take it. It doesn't matter how many hours I've been up. It doesn't matter what I've done for anyone.
Wait a minute. How do we? Whoa. This is moving too fast for me. How did we go from coffee to waiting for your McMuffin and your hash browns? Watch this. How did we go from that? Which is the only conversation you ought to be having in a McDonald's drive-thru. The only thing drive-thrus are supposed to involve is food and the money for the food. Is that right? I need help for real. How did this conversation go from coffee to McMuffin to a hash brown to this?
No, I'm too nervous to take a meal from McDonald's because I can't see it being made. I don't know what's going on with people nowadays, but please, just give us a break. Please.
Whoa. What do you mean, little girl? It doesn't matter what I've done for people. Where is this? Is all I do is McMuffin's. I work at McDonald's. Shout out to you, Princeton, Randall. Vicky, keep fighting the good fight, and I would bounce ideas off of you and feel. Thank you, beloved. Listen. Thank you for your kind words and your gift. 1,500 plus of you in the chat. Welcome to the Vicky Show right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. I'm typically here weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Sometimes I come a little early for medical reasons, but just make sure that you check out the network to see if my show is uploaded anytime during the day. I hope that it'll bless you. I hope that you receive some inspiration and information and empowerment from those things that I say here. Please, as you come in, be sure to give us a thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like and be sure to share. Listen.
So I bother with the food because right now I'm too nervous to take it.
She's too nervous. Okay.
It doesn't matter how many hours I've been up.
What? It doesn't matter how many hours. Where? How do you jump? How did you do that? How did you go from coffee, McMuffin, and hash brown to it doesn't matter how many hours I've been up? What are you talking about, lady?
It doesn't matter what I've done.
It doesn't matter what you've done. What are you talking about? No, that doesn't matter. Nothing matters in the line but food. Shout out to you, Herbert. Watch this.
Anyone. Right now, I'm too nervous to take a meal from McDonald's because I can't see it being made.
This is why I can't do. That's why I don't want to work for y'all no more. You understand? Black family, it is no longer a come up because you get to work in white America's corporate plantation. This is what black women, especially those of us, y'all know the stuff that we have to do with Becky and them. Abilene, We have to tiptoe around y'all and make y'all feel good after killing us for centuries. Vicky doesn't have that kind of, I'm not made up like that. Abilene, I'm not made up to be the maid that takes the white supremacist little baby that's getting ready to turn into a new female terrorist and tear her in private away from the mama and the daddy in the nursery room. You is kind. You is smart. You is important. No! I'm not saying that in private. Now, I'll say that like when the mom and the daddy's around just to fake the funk, like, you is kind. Because look, I'm looking this because I see your daddy over there and your mama in the kitchen. But in private in the nursery, I'm talking to you about, y'all know where I'm getting ready to go with this. Once upon a time. The only nighttime stories I'm telling you is the ones about Harriet and Nate. Once upon a time. Y'all know how I feel. There was a little man by the name of Nate. For Nat, it rhymes with cat. Can you spell cat? Remember we talked about that. C-A-T. Good girl. Now spell Nat. N-A-T. Yeah, good girl. And he came when it was really dark and everybody was fast asleep. Somebody talk black to me. Somebody talk black. Those are the kind of stories I would be telling you. That's how you do warfare. Somebody talk black to me. And I would tell you that's our little secret. And then I would give you a cookie. Because remember the little girl was a little chunky little white girl. She liked cookies. Remember she was trying to, Abilene was trying to get her to go potty. And the little white girl didn't want to go, the little chunky white girl didn't want to go to the bathroom. So she said, I'll give you 2 chocolate cookies. The little girl peed out. Oh, she mastered the, what is it, potty train. When she offered her some cookies. And I would say, keep the secret of Nat. Our little Nat secret. I'll give you 3 cookies. Somebody talk black to me. What I look like.
I don't know what's going on with people nowadays, but please, just give us a break. Please just give us a break. I don't know how much more I can take. I've been in this for 15 years, and I've never, ever had such anxiety about waiting for McDonald's drive-thru food.
Let's give you the context. We're in the time of the Holy Uprising. There's a lot of anti-law enforcement sentiment out there. Why is she tripping out, family? Because black folks are resisting in the streets. She doesn't like that we're rising up to see them for who they are. Watch this. So she is breaking down, talking about, please just give us a break. You're killing us, but you want us to give you a break. She's using those tears, black man, who's in love and who's a swirler. She's using those tears to disarm you, fool. She's doing that, Abilene, so you can beg to remain her maid, even though she's setting you up to go to jail and claiming, Abilene, that you're stealing from her. They had to force you out of their home for you to get the hint. And some of you all are seeing this anxiety and the slave in you, the Abilene in you, wants to rescue them. Your way of saying you is kind, you is smart, you is important. Your way of saying that is, I'm just like you. I'm not trying to hurt you. I just want to live with you in peace. Shut up, coon. Hush that up, Sambo. The last of the Mohican mammies. Hush that up. I don't have any reason at all When I'm watching my black brother, who is no threat, being shot in the back and one of the bullets pierced through his heart and kills him. And after you murder him, the animal pig that murdered him said, I got him. I just watched you for nearly 9 minutes squeeze the breath out of my brother George with your hands in your pocket. After you shot both them Jean Amber Geiger, you were still sexting after you shot him. The vigilante McMichaels, who were working with law enforcement to hunt down and murder our brother, Ahmaud Aubrey. After he was done, he said, effing nigger, what I look like sitting there making you feel comfortable. Whatever psychotic episode you're having, I'm not trying to stop it. Stop back to me. Got the date. About that. What I look like caring about that. Got time for these. Girl, bye. Y'all don't know how to do warfare. I've been in front of these agents that are white women. Governmental official that were white women that did some slimy stuff. Wearing top name brand clothes and getting 6 figures and not hollering and screaming. And they did the most damage. What I look like? Trying to coddle you and make you feel good. To the degree I do is just for purpose of warfare. It's all black to me. You all right? Girl, don't worry about it, girl. I've been through some stuff too. All you got to do is press. I don't care about you pressing through. I don't care about you pressing. That's not my job to tell you to press through. My job is not to tell you to keep believing and keep going and to believe in. I do that for my people. This is for me, my people. It ain't like that. I don't care if all that in your mind you done made up. I don't mind you being tortured. Demons are tortured. When the real God comes on the scene, demons scream. It's all black to me. They do erratic and nut jobby things. They don't do stuff that makes sense. Let them. It's a sign that the God is on the scene. Somebody talk black to me.
So just have a heart, and if you see an officer, just tell them thank you. Because I don't hear that.
You hear what she said?
So just have a heart, and if you see an officer, just tell them thank you. It's drive-through food. Ever had such anxiety about waiting for McDonald's drive-through food? So just have a heart, and if you see an officer, just tell them thank you. Because I don't hear thank you enough anymore.
She said she don't hear thank you enough anymore. If you see an officer have a heart, tell them thank you. Because I don't hear, listen to what she said. This girl is out her mind. Please, somebody get her gun. Shout out to you for your gift, beloved. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. She said, I'm a Latina. I'm here. Thank you for supporting black media, beloved. Thank you for supporting black media. That's the right thing to do, is support black people. I encourage people all over the world to do that because you're going to be blessed. I mean that. Listen to this thing talk. Listen to the last part, y'all.
So just have a heart, and if you see an officer, just tell them thank you. Because I don't hear thank you enough anymore.
She doesn't hear thank you enough anymore. Do you all hear the white privilege going crazy right there? She said, if you hear a heart, if you see a police officer, tell them thank you. Have a heart. Tell them thank you. She said she's not hearing thank you enough. Girl, you out your mind. You're not in the job to be getting no thank yous. Do you all see why they see black folks as being arrogant? Do you understand these are some of the reasons why they harass us and they are predators against us? Because we're not bowing down enough, licking their boots enough. She just told you in the Beckiest way possible by employing her tears as a weapon. She said, y'all ain't telling me thank you enough. That's right, whoever just said that. She wants us to thank them for killing George Floyd. She wants us to thank them for being responsible for the murder of Ahmaud Arbery. She wants us to thank them for murdering our brother, Rashad Brooks. Thank them for murdering Breonna Taylor in the middle of the night. 8 bullets through her body for nothing. She wants us to thank them that in her man's attempt, her boyfriend's attempt to protect her, they filed charges against him instead. She wants us to thank them for that. Girl, if you don't go sit your out, you smell like outdoors. That's all I'm gonna say on that. If you don't get back outside with that, if you don't get back outdoors with that, did I say you could come inside? Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Y'all think I'm making this up? Keep liking and sharing. Did I say you could come inside with that?
Drive-through food. So just have a heart, and if you see an officer, just tell them thank you.
Just tell them thank you.
Because I don't hear thank you enough anymore.
I don't hear thank you enough anymore.
Oh.
Y'all, real quick. Let me just show you this one more clip. This is a different one. Watch this next part she said. Watch this little piece. It's almost done.
And I've never, ever had such anxiety about waiting for McDonald's drive-through food. So just have a heart, and if you see an officer, just tell them thank you.
Tell them thank you.
Because I don't hear thank you enough anymore.
She doesn't hear it enough.
All I want is just my next couple days off to just be so chill. No uniform, no nothing. Just for a couple.
I don't care what you do on your day. Girl, get this girl. Look, girl, I don't even care like what you do on the weekend. I don't care. Stacy, why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me why? I don't understand why I'm hearing these things right now.
It'll get better. I know it will. Be so chill. So just tell them thank you.
Just tell them thank you.
Because I don't hear thank you enough anymore. All I want is just my next couple days off to just be so chill.
Why do we need to know that? Nobody cares if you make it to the afterlife on your weekend. No, we don't. You probably have a mama or daddy, maybe a man. I don't know. They're the ones that's supposed to be caring like that. The people that's outside with you, let them care.
No uniform, no nothing. Just for a couple days. It'll get better. I know it will. This will whole blow over. But hopefully it blows over sooner than later.
Do you hear this white supremacist outdoors girl? She wants this to just blow over. All this talk about Black death, everybody in the streets, because we are sick of Black genocide, she just wants it to blow over. It's inconveniencing her McMuffins. And by golly, it's taking too long for my hash browns. Do you all see that that's a serious problem with the thinking of people that have access to the highest levels of power, the people that have guns, the people that makes legislation? We're laughing and joking about this McMuffin, but this demon mind is dangerous. I ain't trying to reform no McMuffin mind. I'm trying to get as far away from it as I can. This demon says she just wants all of this stuff, this talk about us worried about Black death. She says she just wants it to blow over. Did y'all? Black family, I don't play with Becky's like that. Now, for the Beckys that support Black people and give money, well, I welcome you to do it. I told you, people, some of my biggest fans I know in secret are white people. If you had any sense, you would be sure to bless the people of God for real. The scriptures tell you, those that do a special blessing for Zion, baby, we Zion. Don't get it twisted. We're the only ones that match the descriptions in the Holy Writ. We're the only ones that fits all of the descriptions. So when you bless us, you get blessed. When you cease and desist your mistreatment of us, you get blessed. You get to stay on our planet another weekend. See, my voice is not the voice that you should turn a deaf ear to. See, I'm not the one you want to come against. Baby, you're going to make sure you're going to get out of here faster than you ever thought if you keep coming against the people of God. You got it twisted. I know you're not used to hearing this kind of fire. But this is not your planet. You've been untamed and undomesticated, and we're putting you back in order. I mean, oh my God, is it really as bad as what it is? I'm listening to these funny looking reporters on TV. Chuck Todd, some of the other ones on some of the other networks. Guess what they keep saying? Jake Tapper and them. Jake Tapper had on a black gospel people the other day singing Amazing Grace. Boy, if you don't get your funny looking self off the screen. They want Black folks to go straight emotional. They are playing with your emotions, right? Your emotions, Black family, because they're trying to neutralize that anger in you. Because they know something is real bad this time. They know something different this time. They're trying to extinguish your fire by getting you to sing Amazing Grace. By asking you, how can we reconcile? When white folks keep saying us coming together, Black folks are under no obligation to do nothing else, America. We're not under any obligation to come together. We're not under any obligations to heal. We're under no obligations to come with any plans about best practices. We don't have to say or do nothing. I said nothing. We've built the country. We've built the world. Somebody talk Black to me. 1,700 plus of you in the chat. Welcome to the Vicky Show. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. Don't forget to check out our store at flynubianbusiness.com. On the count of 3, I need everybody to make sure they hit their subscribe button and the thumbs up button at the same time. Are you ready? Can you do it for me? 1, 2, 3. Notification bell and thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
Because it'll get better. I know it will.
Getting better over a McMuffin. She wants all of this to blow over. She is sick of the George Floyd, the Ahmaud Arbery, all of that. She wants that to hurry up and blow over. Listen to these things, these things, these things. How do you reform that? Some of you funny looking Negroes out there talking about, yeah, they just need new police training. No, they don't. They know how to bring in Dylan Roof, a known serial killer. By the time they got him, he fled. They apprehended him without any problems, no fanfare, and took him to get what family? Burger King. White folks don't need no new training. They know all about de-escalation. Black folk are a trigger for them. It's the war of the gods. And forgive me, but I'm not feeling this Stacy. This is an act of war what she's doing right now. I know this. I'm her mama. We're the mothers and fathers of civilization. This is our planet. You better get back outside with this little girl. How dare you? You all get caught up. Some of you that need to go to cool rehab. See, you get pulled in to Stacy's tears because you hang out with her too long. See, when you shut it down as soon as you see it, you say, girl, if you don't stop that. See, your mind doesn't go quick enough your mind doesn't think strong enough about Breonna Taylor and Sandra Bland. See, your mind is not on George Floyd and Rayshard Brooks. Your mind is not on your ancestors that paid the price, whose body was set on fire. You get caught up in Becky's tears. You get drawn into the talk of a McMuffin. Don't you know that when you discuss her McMuffin breakdown, her McMuffin meltdown, don't you know that you are like a beast with her in that moment? That's lower forms of life talk. Me having a conversation with a race soldier who is a part of institutions that murder my Black brothers and sisters, that entrap them, that lie on them, that set them up. Me even engaging in talks of hash browns and McMuffins means I'm lowering myself to a rodent with you. You see what I'm saying? It's both of us that's a squirrel. Now, both of us are chinchillas. Vicky, I have lived and now gentrified Oklahoma 55 years. I need your voice in my life. Oh, thank you, beloved, and thank you for your gift. I bless it 1,000-fold. It's an honor, beloved. See, some of you all think you're doing good for the world. Some of you feel an obligation to engage in those conversations and to relieve white folks of their unjustified fears or justified fears. Why would you say, okay, but perhaps?
Over, but hopefully.
Listen, I want you to hear again.
Just for a couple of days. It'll get better. I know it will. This whole blow over. Hopefully, it blows over sooner than later because
she wants this to blow over sooner rather. Your Black Death, talk of your Black Death, all this stuff on the media, monuments falling down, new laws. I mean, for God's sake, we're going to actually have to be punished just for killing you guys. I mean, just because we murder you, because we shoot you in the back, we deserve to get our McMuffins 30 seconds later? It's not right. Just because we lie on our reports and we collude with the examiners and with prosecutor's office, just because we still are scheduled to get $1 million pensions, even if we're convicted of murder? I mean, enough already. Y'all trying to reform that. Y'all talking about new training for that. No, somebody, forget that. I want to get out. I want to get away from y'all. You'll stay outside. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Give me a few more minutes. I'm almost done. Just give me a couple more minutes.
I just want some McDonald's. I love y'all. And I've never, ever had such anxiety about
y'all stop. Y'all play too much. Y'all play too much. That was the end of that part. Did y'all hear that last few seconds? Listen. Watch her when she says it. 1,700 plus of you in the chat. Welcome to the Vicky Show. I'm typically here right here on FlyNewBigQueenTV.com weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Family, we apologize if the notifications didn't notify you guys, but many of you came on in. Anyway, we're talking about the dangers of the Molly McMuffins of the world. We're talking about why it's important that Black folks build a new world for themselves and get away from these kinds of minds. We're talking about the fact that white fragility is so fragile, it's so unstable that it trips out over them not getting a McMuffin quickly. And hash browns. Don't forget the hash browns. Even though we can make fun of that, it's dangerous for Black people because it's those minds that have a loaded gun. It's those minds that initiate an incident report with you that starts a record that can affect your life, that can affect your job situation, that can affect your housing. It's these wicked minds like these that make rogue legislation And believe it or not, this McMuffin is another manifestation of this man of sin being revealed. The curtain is being pulled back. The unraveling is taking place. The curtain is being pulled back on this man of sin. How fragile and weak and dangerous it is. Don't just laugh at her. While you're laughing, be backing up. Somebody talk back to me. While we're laughing. Woo! You're walking backwards to get away from. Giggle and laugh. Entertain them. Do what we know how to do real well. But be busting a move slowly while we're getting away from them. Somebody talk black to me. What did J. Edgar Hoover say? J. Edgar Hoover, one of the most notorious and dangerous members of the LGBTQ community, did more damage to the black community and black organizations by assisting in the assassination and murder of black people. Somebody talk black to me. He had authority in law enforcement with the FBI, and he used that position to do great damage to black people. Those little fragile minds. Those dangerously affected minds plot stuff against us.
Sooner than later.
Thumbs up, family. I'm almost done. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Listen one more time to this just the last few seconds. Look at her.
I just want some McDonald's. I love y'all.
I just want some McDonald's. I love y'all. Girl, get away. Run. I didn't. What do I have to say to? I mean, what do I do except for get away from that? If I'm your mama, I wasn't blessed to have biological children. I'm 41 years of age right now. I deal with some medical stuff right now, whatnot. It may not be in the cards for me to have children, but I got some spiritual children. How about that? If I had some babies, I would be run for your life. My babies will be trained a little different. This is not a mind you console or coddle. This is not the time to see about this kind of a mind. This is not a mind to say, well, let me take you to McDonald's and get you. No. No, baby, I would train minds different. All mine. It's a danger sign, stranger danger. It's on that level. When you raising your children, don't you teach them about not going with strangers and all that? I had a bunch of brothers and sisters, so we supposed
And I've never, ever
walked home together, stayed, together, responsible for each other and this kind of stuff. When you teach your kids about that kind of stuff, stranger danger, this is on the level of stranger danger. Stranger danger. Stranger danger. Don't be teaching your little kids all of y'all just alike. Actually, you're not. You're not. We don't melt down over McMuffin's, a delay at a McMuffin by someone with a gun. And have y'all noticed how she talked about, I've been doing this for 15 years? They did an article on her later on, and she tried to justify it later on and tried to act like it wasn't as serious as that, and like she's laughing and giggling like it's no big. Girl, if y'all are in Georgia where this went down, you guys better be filing complaints on her. Let me give you her name. If I was you. Somebody put this name in the chat. We don't have to harass her. Nobody needs to troll her. Go through their system. Her name is Stacey Talbert, Stacy Talbert, Talbert. It says, according to this article that I'm reading from marketwatch.com, according to this article, it says that Talbert, a sheriff's deputy in McIntosh County, Georgia. So you guys need to be calling McIntosh County, Georgia, and saying that she needs to have her gun snatched up. In this piece, when they was giving her response, she talks about how she's been working on the force for 15 years, as if that's some justification. How many of you all know that the murderer, the killers of our brother Ahmaud Arbery, those are vigilantes, but Michaels, but we know the Georgia police had something to do with it. I'm gonna put that to the side. No, the brother, Derek Chauvin, who murdered our brother George Floyd. How many of you all know that he was the most senior officer that was on the scene? I've been reading stuff that he's supposed to get some big fat pension. I think even if he's still fired. So you saying you worked on the force, Stacey, for 15 years brings us no comfort. Because what else did we find out about these race soldiers, family? Haven't we found out the longer they've been on the force, we found out that they've had all kinds of complaints. We found out that some of them were involved in an actual, the race soldier concerning our brother Rashad. I think some information, I was reading something about him the other day, because there's so much stuff on these race soldiers. They responsible. It's so much stuff it all is the same story, really. But they've had plenty of other complaints, and some of them were so deadly that it's involving a gun again, shooting at someone, or an issue related to that or similar to that. So you being on the force long time is just an indication of how long you've been doing damage, very likely to black people. Somebody talk black to me. Every time them officers go to talk about how long they've been doing something, that's the reason why black folks been catching hell for so long, because you've been on the force that long. When we go to looking at y'all's records, we're seeing even that little Asian guy, I think that was that was present during George Floyd's murder. I think he had a complaint or something, if I'm remembering correctly. So many of them have complaints where they have been doing damage for so long, baby. You invoking the fact that you've been on the force for 15 years. That just makes us more concerned. That makes us more concerned. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up. Keep liking and sharing. I'm almost finished. We about to get out of here. Watch this. Shout out to you, Kim, since they were both training officers for Rashad and Floyd. Yeah. Now that's a shame. They were the ones that were responsible for the training. Yes, that's dangerous. The longer they own it, the more dangerous they are. Thank you for that, my sister Kim. That's my sister for real, for real. Oh, no. I bless your gift to this network and your private gifts 1,000-fold, sis. Listen to this. Don't ever forget. Shout out to you, Candy, for your private gift. I bless it 1,000-fold. Listen to this. I want y'all to hear this. How many of you all remember this race soldier, Jason Van Dyke? Who's Jason Van Dyke, y'all? Who's Jason Van Dyke, family? Who is this race soldier right here? Who's behind bars? He didn't get the time he deserved for murdering our brother. Who did he murder, family, in Chicago? That's Jason Van Dyke. How many of y'all remember him? How many of y'all remember that killer who murdered our brother? Laquan McDonald in Chicago. Why am I bringing him up right now? Because I did a piece probably over a year ago now on his wife, Tiffany. Y'all remember me doing a show, any of my day ones on Fly Nubian Queen, me doing a show on this thing right here? This is Jason Van Dyke's wife. How many of y'all remember when Jason Van Dyke, when he was behind bars, he claimed that he was attacked and everybody was worried about getting him out of, he was trying to get out of that particular prison he was in so that he can get in a more cushier prison. And it wasn't working fast enough. So what he ended up doing, what ended up happening to make sure that this race soldier who's getting ready to get out in a few years, who did not get the sentence he deserved, because remember the other officers ended up getting off with a trial by judge, if I remember correctly, for some of the rest of them. How many of y'all remember he deployed this right here? This thing. That's his wife. How many of y'all remember her? Tiffany. What did Tiffany do? When her man was behind bars, Tiffany called a press conference. And the most damning thing is that a lot of the press showed up and covered it. The fact that Becky could get access so that she could chit-chat about her race soldier killer husband. See, that's another problem with you black feminists. Let me just say on the side. Some of you all that's trying to sow division amongst the black community. Those of you that's coming out here talking about, oh, this LBGT this and black trans lives matter. Shut up. We say black lives. This about black folks, period. You're with another agenda if you're sitting down here talking about any of these other labels. Some of you that got problem with black men, I understand it. I don't believe in supporting and being with a trifling brother. But I'm not fixing to dog them any more than they dog Donald Trump, who is a credibly alleged rapist and racist. They're still calling him Mr. President. This thing right here, whose name is Tiffany Van Dyke, she is still happily married and unmoved by being married to a killer. These white women are still standing with their killer race soldiers. And y'all think that I'm finna just throw all mine under the bus? The devil is a lie. Listen to what Tiffany was doing at this press conference to try to get her man into a good prison.
All he wanted to do was melt to the background, do his time, and come home to his family. Unfortunately, he is not being afforded that right. He's being basically a prisoner within the prison system. He's not awarded.
The race soldier that murdered our brother Laquan McDonald. They lied and said that Laquan was a danger to them, but when the video footage came out on Laquan, is that right, family? We found out he was going away from the police, so that was a lie. She's got the world's attention talking about her man is with it. Y'all listen to these things.
Phone calls. He's on lockdown 23 hours a day. That is not safety.
That's not safety
for him.
For this killer.
That's not a safe thing.
My killer husband, who I have no problem that has black blood on his hands, who I'm proud to say I'm still married to, and by golly, I'm going to keep my vows and hold it down for him. Why are you bringing her up, Vicky? What does she have in common with Stacy?
I cannot stand up. That is what I'm here for. I took that vow years ago to protect my husband, and I remain solid in keeping that vow.
I took that vow years ago. They be holding it down for their killers.
Here for. I'm standing up for my husband right now because he can't. He cannot stand up for himself and fight anymore. That is what I'm here for. I took that vow.
I took that vow
years ago.
Years
to
ago.
protect my husband.
To protect my husband. Look at her eyes.
I remain solid in keeping that vow. That I will not waver from that.
Watch this.
My husband will come home to me. He will come home safe. And he will be with me and my girls again. 100% will be with our children again. I hope and pray.
You hear what this race soldier's husband said? Wife said? She said, he will come home to me. Me and my kids.
For everybody out there, that this gets rectified as soon as possible. I am calling for answers. They need to step up and do what's right for my husband. right now. Hey, if you...
Y'all got me twisted. This open-ending of ours who responsible for all the hell that we've experienced over the last, I don't know how many centuries. Some say the last 6,000 years. What I look like. Betraying my own when they are openly standing next to their killers. Weaponizing their tears. And openly, after murdering black men and having black blood on our hands, demanding that he be put in one of the cushiest prisons. And guess what happened after that press conference? I said, guess what happened after that press conference, family? Even according to Forbes, they moved her husband to one of the cushiest prisons in America. And he doesn't have much longer to do behind bars. Black woman, don't let that white woman trick you with this feminism BS. After they created the conditions we're in, you got me messed all the way up. Trump done got all kind of women abortions, and he done got, almost a dozen women that he done got pregnant and stuff like that. And now he's trying to pretend like he's righteous and against abortions. Credibly alleged to have raped his first wife and other women, credibly alleged. He's a thief, a liar, and a racist. But Melania is still standing by her. They know it's war. We're the only ones that don't seem to know. The latest weapon they've deployed is Molly McMuffin. We're not going for that today. It's over. I don't want nobody's funny looking self around me that's going to have any kind of mercy on a Stacey Talbert crying about the delay of a McMuffin because you done had a psychotic breakdown in the drive-thru. Now I'm going to end on this. Thumbs up, family. Keep liking and sharing. Thumbs up, family. Keep liking and sharing. Don't forget to go to our business school at flynubianbusiness.com so that you can start your own business. Some of y'all need mamas and daddies. You need girlfriends and sister girls to stop you from getting on the phone before millions of people around the world breaking down as a law enforcement agent over a McMuffin. Some of you do great damage. See, Stacey, she took unveiling the man of sin and how weak and fragile that man is. She took that to another level because she had a phone over a McMuffin. You can't get Lord in a McMuffin. Talk. You're not finna lower my brain cells to talk to you about no hash brown. I'm not finna coddle you, Abilene. I'm not studying that little girl. You is kind, you is smart. You is important. Somebody talk black to me. Thumbs up, family. Keep liking and sharing. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Somebody was asking about my personal Cash App. I don't usually say it online, but my moderators will put my Cash App in the chat for you, Black family. Thank you for even asking. You're so sweet. I do appreciate those of you that support the network here also at Fly Nubian Queen. They turn right back around and reinvested into the network, but I do appreciate how kind so many of you have been to me in one way or another, whether it's like my sister who blessed me with my outfit, with my hair piece, my hair bow that I have on, and she's blessed me with the gold bracelet that I sometimes wear on the show, and so many other wonderful gifts. You guys are so kind to me, and I never take it lightly. Thank you so much. Let me just, this last part before we go. Now, in terms of this food, real fast, who is this? The only respect I have for the help. This is the only respect I have for the help. Who is this, family? And what does she have in her hand? I need somebody black. Since Netflix came out and said that one of the top shows during this black uprising has been The Help, white folks are watching The Help to learn about racism. That's why I can't stand The Help. I needed to be in The Help. I'm from Mississippi anyway. Shoot. Look at this. Madness. Who is this family and what does she have in her hand? Y'all play too much. Y'all said that's Miss Minnie. Somebody said some of the names y'all put. Perhaps, watch this. The only little bit of understanding that I might show in this case with Molly Talbert, Officer Molly Talbert. I told y'all, whoever is out there in Georgia, if y'all out there in Georgia, her name is Stacy Talbert. Stacy Talbert. Y'all need to call. I'm giving you some activism to do. She's a sheriff's deputy in McIntosh County, Georgia. We need to ask that they check on her. And while they checking on her mental state, they need to be taking away the police, the gun. Now, the only thing I'm saying I may show some understanding of, the only thing that I'm willing to show a little bit of understanding on with this meltdown.
It'll get better. I know it will. This whole blow over. But hopefully it blows over sooner than later because I just want some McDonald's. Now look.
She's not comfortable eating McDonald's because maybe she was one of those ones that Netflix said over the past few weeks and days of the uprising. Maybe she's worried about this. Am I talking black enough to y'all? Maybe this is what she's concerned about. Y'all play too much. Is this what Stacy Talbert, Officer Stacy Talbert, is worried about? Is it because she saw the help? Is it because she saw Miss Minnie? Somebody talk black to me. Somebody talk black to me. Is this it? Somebody talk black to me. Somebody talk black to me. The solution to all this, black family, is for us to build black families, constantly unify, build your black business. One of the ways you can do that, we're giving you actionable knowledge here, flynubianbusiness.com and the blackbusinessschool.com. The blackbusinessschool.com, flynubianbusiness.com. These are resources for you. And get out. We're not interested in reforming this kind of a mind that wants us to talk about her McMuffin. And she goes from talking about coffee, McMuffin, and hash browns to she just wants some days off. She just wants all this black talk to blow over. And then she ends it by saying, never forget this. Don't remember nothing else. Don't forget.
Y'all. I love y'all. Well, this whole blow over, but hopefully
don't forget this.
It blows over sooner than later because I just want some McDonald's. Now look.
That's all she wants. I just want some McDonald's. Love y'all. Girl, I done said enough. For real, for real. I gotta go. I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to The Vicky Show. Again, I'm usually here weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Keep that in mind. These are the kind of minds we want to stay away from. We're not trying to reform these kind of minds. We know something is wrong with y'all. The fact that we even have to talk about you, it shows you just how low this lower form of life. See, me talking about a hash brown means I'm down on the ground with her. I'm not doing that, girl. What I look like. And all the glory of black excellence and my ancestors get down to talk with you about some You know how people shoot dogs away? Stuff that's flying around, you be doing this, like, woo, woo. That's what you got to do with this kind of stuff. When a bee try to come through the window, whatever, you don't want to, come on. You get your fly swatter. You start opening up stuff so it'll get out. You don't welcome that in your house, in your mind and stuff. You don't entertain that. You don't even talk back to that. That kind of talk, you don't talk back to that. Don't reason. Don't work out that. You just let that go. Outside. Let me stop. Follow me on Instagram, Black Family, Vicky X Dillard, and follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicky. Don't forget, you can also follow me on my Facebook fan page at Vicky Dillard. Family, most importantly, make sure you're subscribed to Fly Nubian Queen, that you make sure that you hit that subscribe button, all notifications, because I'm not the only queen here. It is an honor to come before you. It is indeed my bliss. And I thank you. I thank you for the honor and the privilege to come before you, to try to inform, inspire, and empower you. I came to you in peace. I leave you in peace, and I bless you. Mwah.